I am from CodeSpeedy, and in this video I will show you creating a cool to-do list app using Tkinter in Python. So you can see our final output will be like this, and in this Tkinter to-do list application there are a lot of features that you can't generally find on the internet. So let's see our demo first. I will create some task here, like I will first do my breakfast, and after breakfast I will go for a walk, and then I will do some coding, and then I will take a shower. This is just for an example. Then lunch, then again coding. Okay, so I have created 6 number of tasks here. Okay, you can see, and there is a yellow circle, you can notice and you can understand it. This is nothing but a pie chart. So in this chart the yellow color is indicating the total remaining task percentage, like this is 100% because all the tasks are added, but I haven't marked any of this task as done or yet or completed. Okay, so this is the delete icon, you can see, and this is the complete icon. So if I click on it, it will be getting completed. Okay, so this is marked as complete task, and you can see I have marked 3 number of tasks as completed. And if you look at this pie chart, you can see 50% of the tasks are completed and 50% of the tasks are still remaining. Okay, so that's it, and you can also see the total remaining task, completed task, and the total number of tasks also in this area, in this right side. And there is a save task button and a load task button. So you know that this is a Tkinter output. So if I quit this application and run this program again, then all the tasks will be deleted, because it will start afresh every time you run it. So I have created this save task function. So if you click on it, you can see a pop-up message is appearing, and it is written tasks have been saved successfully. Okay, so tasks are saved right now, so you don't have to worry about this. You can simply delete all the tasks. Just click here, it will be deleted. And if you click on load task, all the tasks will be loaded. Even the status of the task are also loaded, like this is completed, this is not completed, this is completed and not completed. So everything will be stored. If you quit this application and just run it again, just quit it first. I will quit everything. Now run this application again. You can see nothing is there, but if you click on this load task button, the task will be loaded again. And the interesting part is that if you add more tasks, like a lot of tasks here, you can see here is the scroll bar. I am not sure if it's visible or not on your screen, because this is a screen decoding. So I can use our mouse wheel to scroll it up and down, and I can also just click on it and drag it like this. So that's it. So this tutorial is going to a bit longer, because I have to show you how to add this task, how to add this entry box, how to add this heading, how to add this delete button, save task button, load task button, and also this counting function. And the most interesting and cool thing is that you can use matplotlib chart here. So I'll also be showing you how to add this matplotlib chart, but as there are a lot of features, I can't explain everything in detail in this video. So I'll be writing a separate tutorial on this, and all the codes can be found on the description link also. But I'll suggest you try to watch this video first, so that you can understand it clearly. Then if you want to practice it on your machine, you can just go to the description link and get the code, and that's all. You can directly copy it from here. So let's start our tutorial. So I will start this project by creating a new folder. In that folder I am going to add my files that is necessary for this project. So let's start. Name our folder to do app, and I'll open it in VS Code. So you can see it's empty now, and I need to create our main py file. In this file I will be doing my coding part, and I need 2 more extra files. Those are actually the image files that I am using for creating those buttons, the delete button and complete button. You don't have to worry about these files because I will share the file link in the description so that you can easily download it. So I will start by importing our necessary packages. Import Tkinter as tk, and then from Tkinter import message box. This message box is the pop-up message. So for creating a pop-up message, I will be using message box. Then I need to work with the image files. So I will use Pillow. Pillow is a library that will help us to handle our images. Import image and image tk. Then I will need matplotlib to create our graph, that means the pie chart. From matplotlib.pyplot import matplotlib.pyplot as plt, and from matplotlib.backends.backend tkagg import figure canvas tkagg. That's all. I don't need to import any more extra libraries. These are the libraries that we'll be using for making this project or GUI application. So let's bring our console first. So this is our debug area, and Tkinter is a built-in package that is coming with Python, so you don't have to install it. But this matplotlib and Pillow library, those are external library and you have to install it in your environment. So if you are using latest Python version, then you can use pip3 install Pillow. This will install your Pillow library. I have already installed it, so it's showing requirement already satisfied. But if you are not using Python latest version, or you are using some other operating system, or you are using Linux, then you can use the Linux command like sudo apt install. So you can find that command in Google search. I am not going to describe all the operating systems installation command because it will make this video too longer. Okay, so I have installed everything, and if you want to install matplotlib, you can use pip3 install matplotlib. I have already installed this too, so it's showing requirement already satisfied. Let's clear it. Now I have to create our Tkinter window. I'll name it new window is equal tk.tk. I have created our window. So let's comment our code so that you can understand it easily. You can pause this video and practice on your device too, creating our main window. So this will be our main window. Now I have to set a title for this. This is not mandatory. If you wish, you can skip this step too. Let's name it to do app by CodeSpeedy. So I have set my title. Now I have to set the window size. Setting our window size. In geometry, I will be putting the values. As this is a bigger screen, so I will be using 590 by 800 and 270 plus 200. Actually 270 plus 200 is the starting position of our window. Let's see the example. New window dot main loop. So you can see it will, if I run it, it will not be appearing on the corner because I have you can see it's popping up here. So if you want to shift it towards right, you can change this value like this, just 470. Now if I run this, you can see it's shifted to the right position. So I have created our window and give the title to it. Now I have to set a background color because you can see this is our default color. To make this app more attractive, I will be setting the color. You can use color picker tool if you wish to put any custom color. Just use this configure method, add a command, setting background color. Now inside this you have to mention the color name. You can directly mention it like red, but I am going to put a hex color code. You can go to Google and search for it. I like this website for online compiler, and the theme is awesome. So I will be creating this background color. Just use the color picker tool and click anywhere. Just copy this color code. Now I will paste it here. I have to insert it inside this main loop. So just paste it here. Now if I run it, you can see the background color has been set. Now I have to create our canvas. Do not worry about the canvas because creating canvas is pretty much complicated for the beginners, but you don't have to worry about this. Just follow my steps. So I'll create our canvas first. This is the place where I will be adding all the buttons and everything here. Just take a variable canvas, then tk.canvas. Using this method you will be able to create a canvas. I am going to create it inside our new window, that is our master window. Now set the BG color, that is background color. I will use the same color. Just copy it and paste it here. That's all. Now I have to pack it. Side is equal tk dot left. Now fill it. Now expand it. You can set it true to expand it. Now I have to create the scroll bar because if I add more tasks, a large number of tasks, in that case you can't see all the tasks in the screen. That will be not fitting in your screen. So you have to add the scroll bar so that you can scroll it to see the latest task. So just create a scroll bar. Now take a variable scroll bar is equal tk dot. Using this method you can create your scroll bar. I am putting in the master window. Now we have to set the orientation. It should be vertical, and you have to set a command. It will be just canvas dot y view, means y axis view. So you have created a scroll bar. Now you have to pack it. Remember, whatever you are creating, you need to pack it so that it can be displayed on the window. Now take side is equal tk dot left and just fill this to y axis. Make sure that you are using string. Do not just write y, you have to put it in a string. In this way the argument works. Now you have to create your canvas. Now you have already created the canvas. Now you have to just configure your canvas. So canvas dot configure. I am not running it right now because if I run it, you will not be able to see any changes unless I create some elements in it. Scroll command is equal scroll bar dot set. I like VS Code because all the built-in methods is appearing automatically. If I use dot canvas, now I have to bind it. Configure, lambda e canvas. Now I have to configure it. Scroll region is equal to canvas dot bbox, and you have to use all parameter. So till now I have created our main window. I have set the window size, I have set the background color, created our canvas, created our scroll bar. I have to create a frame inside this canvas. So just create a frame inside the canvas that I just created. So just name it task container, because the task will be showing here. So just create a task container. This is a frame, so I am going to use frame method. It will be inside the canvas, and background color will be, so I'll be using the same background color that I have used earlier. Now I have to create the canvas dot create window. Now the first parameter will be 0 0, and then I have to set the window. It will be task container that I just created in the previous line. Now I have to use the anchor. Anchor is the position where I am going to show this frame. So it will be northwest. So let's explain you why I am going to put it in northwest. So I am planning to create this frame to the left portion of this window. So under this you can see my cursor. So here I am going to create our frame so that I can show you the task in this side. So I am going to create northwest, this is west, and this is east according to our program. So let's finish it. I think if you watch this video, you might be facing issue because this font size is not larger enough. So just make the font size larger, make it 26. Let's see. Yes, it's now large enough to understand. Just close the setting tab. Now I have created our frame. Now I have to create a navigation bar heading. It's not necessary, but it will look nicer if you create a navigation heading. Create a navigation bar heading. Just name it nav frame. This is again a frame, so I am going to use tk.frame, and it will be also in our master window, which is new window. And background color, this time I will be using a slight different background color, so the contrast looks nicer. You can play around with the color code so that you can find a better color. Now I have to pack it. I have packed it. Now fill. So a navigation bar heading has been already created. Now set a level. After creating this level, I will show you by running this program. This will be inside our nav frame, and I'll put a text. This will be on the right side of our window. So just add to-do list, just to-do list. Now set a background color for it. I'll be using the same background color that I just used. Just I'll set our text color, just make it red. Now if you wish, you can change the fonts. If you wish to change the font, you can use this font parameter. Just use this font, Helvetica, then set the size of the font, and I'll make this bold. Now it's time to pack our nav level dot pack. Add PD is equal to 10. Now let's run it. There's an error, just let me check. PD, oh, I used a double D, there's a typo. So now let's run it. You can see the text is appearing in this right side, but do not worry, once I will be adding more elements to it, then it will be stressed out, so you don't have to worry about it. And this is our scroll bar. I can't see the scroll bar right now because there's not enough task added in this window. Once I will be adding a lot of tasks, and the task will be stretching out of this window, in that case the scroll bar will be automatically appearing. So just wait for it. So I have created our nav level. Now I have to create our first entry widget. From here I will be getting our input. Just create an entry widget for adding task. So this is the point where I am going to take the input from the user. So it will be an entry widget. Just name it task entry. Now create our entry widget, which is Tkinter, and it will be inside our master window. And let's set a width. I'm taking 35. It should be having a background color. You can add any color you like. I'll be using the same color. Now it's time to create the text color. So you can set it like this. If you wish, you can just directly set it white or black. It depends upon the contrast of your window. Just use hex code. I have created my entry widget. Let's set a font for this widget too. Font, I will be using the same font, is equal. You can simply copy this and paste it here. Now I don't want it to be bold, and the size should be 20 or 22. Now you have to pack it. You can also pack it like this. If you write pack in this way, this will also work fine. So you can add PD is equal to 10. Now if you can run it to check if it's working fine or not. You can see the entry widget has been created. You can write anything here. Now we have to create our add button, so that whenever you will be clicking on add button, it will be added to this side. So just create a add button to add tasks. I have to give it a name. Add task button. I am giving the name in this way so that I can understand it later on, because I will have to use it further in my code. So just create a button, new window, text is equal, add task, let's make it capital. Now I have to give a command. So this is the point where I will be taking the value from that entry box, and when someone will click on this button, I want this our program to run a Python function. Okay, so I'll run this function. You can see there's a yellow line under this function because I didn't create any function with this name, but I'll create it once I'll finish this line. So set a background color. I am doing design for a long time, so I have an idea what kind of hex code can produce what kind of color. But if you are not familiar with this hex code, you can always go to Google and search for color picker, and you can choose any color from here. Like you can choose bluish shade color. So whenever you will be sliding this color point or clicking on anywhere, you can see there's a hex code. You can simply click here to copy it. Okay, now I have to use our font color. FG is the foreground, it will be using for the font color. So just use 0000000, it will be black. Now add a font style, font is equal, I will be using the same font, so I will simply copy it and paste it here and just reduce the size like 12. So if I forget to create this function, I might be getting an error. So let's just name this function here. I will define the function so that I can remember it later on. Just after configuring the background color, I will be defining the add task function. Add task. So I have declared this function. I will complete it later on because I need to create a lot of widgets before completing this function. Now I have created our button to add task. Now it's time to create a button to delete all the tasks in the right side of our window. So add delete all task button. Now name it delete all button. Now just name it tk dot button because this is a button. Now it will be inside this new window, and text on the button should be delete all the tasks. Now it's too big, just remove this the and make it capital. Now I have to set a function inside this button. Just name it delete all tasks. Just set our background color. for this button. Now set a foreground color. Make it black. Now set our font. Now we have to create this function, so I'll just create it just below this. Defining delete all task function. Now copy this function name and paste it here. Now as you have created the delete task button, just below this button there will be another button to save and load the task. So just create a save button, save task button. Save button is equal tk dot button, new window, text is equal save tasks. Now set a background color for this. Set a foreground color for this. This will be our font color. Now again make it black. Just copy it and paste it. I am making all the buttons in the same font and same size. Now I have to pack it. Oh, I forget to pack this one, so you can just simply pack it like this. Now I'll also pack it. I need to set a command for this button. Let's name it save task. So I need to create a function with this name. Just copy it and defining save task function. So for now I have created this add task button, this delete all button, save button. Now I have to create the load button too. So whenever I will be clicking on this load button, it will load the saved data that I had saved previously. So load task button, name it load button is equal tk dot button, and inside this you can set your master window, then text is equal load tasks, and you can set a command for it, name it load tasks. This will be your function. Now I want to use the same color that I have used here and same text, everything same. So just copy it and paste it here. That's all. So I need to create this function. defining load tasks function. Now create this function. Whatever I am doing, you can just follow it on your machine so that you don't get any error.